Billy Budd è il nome di uno
Billy
dei grandi-
Budd is one of Herman Melville's most famous characters. He also wrote Moby Dick, and Billy Budd is the name chosen by Milanese lawyer Maria Cristina Rapisardi for the boat in which she completed her mammoth challenge, the Northwest Passage.
Ha navigato con una nave da diporto.
She navigated from Greenland to Alaska with the 30-metre-long recreational boat through the icebergs at the North Pole.
Sailing is a way of life. As you live how you want to. Sailing a lot, doing thousands of miles and being somewhere different every night. I've also been lucky enough to find like-minded people who have the same ideas and passions as me. You know, who just want to throw down the anchor and then maybe after 2 hours, when we're bored, off we go to the next place. You need to be like this if you're going to see even half of what's out there in the 4,000 miles you cover in a month. And you need to love covering a lot of ground. Every time I went up, I said, right, I'm going to go there now, across the Pacific, and then come back this way, so I could go up another way the year after, to explore, tour. I think, as of today, I have seen almost all of the Arctic flowers, from Nunavut to the Arctic.
E c'è un posto di questo.
Is there one particularly special place from the last 6 years?
Devon Island.
Well, I would definitely say the Devon Highland. Yes, Devon Highland for sure. The straits between Devon Island and Coburg Island, which is a deserted place, just the one town with 100 inhabitants that's called Grise Fjord, that is even further north than Nunavut, and has a spectacular landscape. It's where the icebergs start. There's land there too that no one has ever set foot on. Ships don't pass, well, very few. Boats don't go there, and so there are animals that have no fear of anything. They come up close to the boat. There are bears that come up practically a metre away. You can go onto the iceberg and there's such an incredible light, because we're at about 78 degrees.
Si fanno incontri di
Do you
umani.
meet anyone else except Inuits?
Di umani non Inuit, pochissimi.
Not really, no. This year we saw 3 boats in
Perché
total.
il percorso è dalla Groenlandia a Nome.
Well, the trip is 4,000 miles, so even if there were any boats, which there aren't, it wouldn't be easy to come across them. Of the 3 boats we did encounter, one was Polish, one a classic, and then there was another one. I knew that there were another 2 other boats out there because I had some friends on them. Oh, and we saw a ship too during the month and 10 days.
In 2 giorni siamo usciti con I problemi.
There were 2 days when we had pretty classic problems with the ice that inexperienced sailors wouldn't have been able to handle. It's difficult to know where the ice opens up or where it is compacted down. It does it all the time, so it, in effect, creates labyrinths, passages that don't always, in fact, quite regularly, don't turn out to be the right path for the route you want to take. And if you're not just a little bit of an expert, you can be led way off track. So every so often, you need to actually decide to push the ice where possible and pass through by making your own passage, which isn't the easiest thing to do.
Grande emozione nel passaggio tra le 2 isole di
It is
Omede.
really exciting going past the 2 Diomede Islands, which are pretty much at the end of the passage, just before you get to Nome. One is Russian and one is American. The day changes there. They're really close to each other. In winter, when its ice is over, you can even walk from me to the other one. But they're 2 worlds apart, 2 different nations, on 2 different days. And the amazing thing you're thinking is, everything else is south from here. There's almost nothing to the north. The danger of living in a place like this, Well, there isn't any. Not any real danger anyway. We arrived on time with no problems, so I can honestly say that the organisation was perfect, right up until the end. Of course, there was wind, sea, storms, the bear a metre away from the boat. But if you go by foot, you need a gun, because the bears can attack you. So it's more dangerous being on land than sea. We've had 2 acknowledgements from the London Royal Cruising Club, which is one of the most exclusive yacht clubs that only accepts 300 members. They awarded us the Tillmill Medal a few years ago for our combination of exploration and climbing in the boat. And this year they've awarded us the Founders Cup for the Northwest Passage, especially for the route that we opened up, because it was a route that a recreational boat had never done up until now.
How do you choose your travelling companions?
Questo è difficile.
Difficult. You choose. You need to choose people.
Who knows how to cook?
Absolutely, who know how to cook. But the most important thing is to know how to feed people, because until you stop eating, you're relaxed. It's when you don't eat that you start being nervous. So you need to choose calm people who know how to live with others in a confined space for a month, with the same people, 24 hours in 24, for 30 to 40 days.
Ed eravate connessi col
And were you connected to the modern world?
col lavoro?
Io devo lavorare.
Yes, we were connected because I had to work. I am a lawyer, so I need to work. So I have all the satellites, and don't even think my clients realise when I'm away, because they just call the office like normal and get put through to me. With today's systems, it's very easy.
Il mare è un modo, un altro.
The sea is like any other way to travel. It's lovely, but it's not just the sea itself that I like.
Infatti, perché non è solo il mare, perché il mare è anche il Mediterraneo.
If that was the case, I would just be cruising on the Med. I love the exploring of unexplored territory, wherever. None of it. All the Arctic, Greenland, where there's nobody, Baffin Islands, all the south, Antarctic. In South Georgia, there's another spectacular island at 55 degrees latitude south, where only 4 military people live, and that's it. There are just animals. So going to places that are completely unknown to me and to most people.